These are stories of hope and courage from the hospitals and University of Loma Linda.
I'm Andre Barbieri.
I'm Greg Krause.
And I'm on the road to Rio with
Team PossAbilities.
These are stories from PossAbilities, a program that helps those with disabilities get back into life once again.
I had joined the military, and I had joined early. I had joined at 16, and so I had been in it for a few years. I was doing halfway through my tour, and things were good. I was seeing the world, and I was experiencing life, and I was proud to be a soldier, and I'm still proud to have served my country. And then I made some choices to finish guard duty and then go downtown. It was just kind of a turn of events. I could have taken one more tour of duty and not been where I was when I had my accident, but I decided to take the weekend furlough, and I went downtown, and I was hanging out with some friends, and while we were crossing the street, a drunk driver hit me as a pedestrian and shattered my leg, my femur above, and shattered my hips, and destroyed my stomach, and the lower leg was mangled. And so after extensive surgeries and piecing me back together and physical therapy and great work at the military hospitals, they got me back on my feet.
I'm from Brazil, moved to US 5 years ago, and I've always been very athletic. And then as I was on a snowboarding trip with my brother about a year and a half ago, a little over that, I had a pretty bad accident on the very first run. I went to do a top turn and something caught my rail, and then I lost balance and I went straight to a wooden fence. The fence, it was in an angle, and it hit my femur right above the knee. It hurt just everything, the femoral artery, all the nerves, and it was pretty bad. So about 5 days later, I had to amputate my leg.
I like life, I enjoy life. It just wasn't the way I had imagined it.
It changes everything. I was putting my shoes that morning, and after I hit my femur, it was just never the same.
The drowning voice in my head always said, "Why me?"
It takes a while to sink in. It affects everything and everyone around you. My dad said if he could cut his leg instead of mine, he would have. And it's sad to hear that.
It was 7 years. It was from basically 24 to 31, and those were the years that I fought my battle with it wasn't just alcohol, it was just my social. I could not relate to other people. I didn't feel I was equal or even or as good because I was missing a piece, and it took me years to realize it wasn't the piece here, it was the piece here that I finally resurrected myself and reinvented myself as a whole person.
You just gotta learn how to cope with it. You accept the situation and adapt to it. As bad it is losing a leg, there's so much good stuff happening that I feel blessed. It's pretty crazy. You feel like you're different now, and everyone embraces that, and they're always ready to help.
And then it just got to the point where when I got into sports, people would feed my confidence level and my ego by saying, "You're amazing." It felt good. And so I started to talk to other people like myself that you can do this, and this is how you can do it. And that's what started to get me out of that "why me?" As I mentored other athletes and I mentored other veterans, that started to change from "why me?" to "this is why me. This is where I'm supposed to be."
After I had the accident, I just had the biggest dream ever, something I never thought before. But now that I lost my leg, it turned into a possibility that could happen. My dream is to be in the Paralympics in 2016 in Rio as a triathlete.
I really couldn't compare Team PossAbilities with anything else because they're kind of an anomaly. They're a program willing to help for nothing. We're here to help you.
PossAbilities is a program at Loma Linda that provides new direction and hope for those in our community with a disability.
PossAbilities makes my dreams that I never even had before, they make it possible, they make it happen. Like a running leg, a biking leg, they fuel my dreams.
We work to be a place where you can come to find resources that you need to realize these dreams and to just be that support to say, I really believe you can do this. I believe in you.
They've been a blessing in my life.
I'm chasing my Paralympic dream right now, and I'm dedicated to that. Every step of the way, if I need something, I need a training boat, I have a training boat. I needed racks to get the boat from race to race to race. They stepped up.
We're sponsoring our athletes in a way that we never have before. We have Paralympic hopefuls that are PossAbilities members. And so what we're doing is something called Road to Rio, and it's really a Paralympic training program that is designed to support them with the equipment, the training, and the travel needs, a full spectrum of resources that they need to be able to have a chance at being successful.
They are partnering with me for my dream. Currently, I am ranked #1 in the United States as the LTA V1 rudderless paddler. LTA is legs, trunk, and arms. It's a tenuous #1. Every year you must requalify, and I held this position in 2010. I lost it in 2011, and I regained it in 2012, and I do not plan on giving it up in 2013. I want to go to Rio so bad. My dream is what consumes me right now.
So that right there is the dream. Being in the Paralympics in my home country. How awesome would that be? Just having the whole vibrating country behind you.
What it will mean to me is I get to represent the United States. This is the new way that I serve my country. I can't be a soldier any longer, even though I'll always be a retired veteran. This is how I can serve my country and proudly wear the USA Canoe Kayak emblem. It's become just my driving force. Team PossAbilities is instrumental in helping me succeed in my dreams.
If I make it to Rio in 2016, it will be my biggest accomplishment in life. That's how much it means. Having PossAbilities in my life is just, I'm part of something bigger than myself. You feel like there's no limits.
I'm Jamie Woodford. I'm a nursing student by day and a medical assisting instructor by night.
I'm Owen Daniels II, and I'm an athlete.
My name is David Casares, and I'm a rebar detailer for Parcel Steel Company.
I'm Antonio Stewart, and I don't know who I am yet. I wanted to be a baseball player, just because I played baseball and it was pretty fun. It was like the best thing you could do. From 5 years old, I started playing baseball. Every year after Little League, every year I played, I got be able to be on the All-Star team. I say when I was 13, that had to be the best year because I threw 85 miles an hour, and I got a trophy for that, the fastest pitching kid in the league, so that was pretty cool.
When he became a teenager, he had followers. High schools recruit too, and he was being recruited big time.
And I wouldn't say I was awesome in baseball, but I was pretty good. Like say I could throw really fast and really hard, but I would probably hit the person at bat. So when I was 16, I was getting calls from colleges, so people were looking at me at a young age, so I knew I had the potential. Things changed on August 26th of '06. I was 17 years old, and I was just sitting outside with two of my friends on the stairs, and pretty much 9 guys walked up. One of the guys asked me if I was a gang member, and I said no. Out the corner of my eye, I see the guy pulls a gun, and then I push my 2 friends down on the stairs, and the guy, he pretty much shoots 17 times, and I got shot 9 times. And my 2 friends, one got grazed in the shoulder, the other one got grazed in the foot, so they were okay.
Looked through his shirt and saw holes, but saw no blood. I looked down at my feet and I see shell casings on the ground. But he's not bleeding. He's not crying. He just said, "Dad, I'm hurting all over." That's all I kept hearing.
I was in the hospital for over 1.5 years. I've had over 56 surgeries. I'm not sure the exact amount, but it's over 56.
But they came and told us that they needed to amputate his legs, and I asked them if they could use mine. It took me a long time to get over that. Because I had to tell my son that I could not fix what had happened to him. And I tried to fix most anything I could. And I could not fix that. And that was hard. And it still is.
I lost my gallbladder. I lost the parts of my large and small intestines. I lost the left testicle. The reason I lost my legs is because I was shot in my aorta valve. I had no blood circulation going in my legs for more than an hour. I didn't lose my sense of humor though, so it's still there. Yeah.
On my own construction company, I was a plumbing contractor. I was actually having a great month at work. Had like a $750,000 job coming up, so I was real excited. So I decided I wanted to go out because I hadn't been out for, I would say, about 2 months. I had been working 12-hour days. It was a rainy night, and was getting on the freeway, probably going just a little too fast, and lost control on the on-ramp, and kind of slid out of control a little bit, and slid down the side of the on-ramp and hit a tree, and was ejected around 35 feet, and I knew right away I was paralyzed. The lowest time in my life would definitely have to be the first month after my accident. Getting home, that's by far, nothing compares to it. Before my accident, I thought I had everything. My life was turning around. I had everything I want. When I grew up in a family, I didn't have much, so my family depended on me. And I lost all that. Your life is over. You don't want to continue it. You don't feel a point. You don't feel significant to anybody. So, yeah, that first month it's definitely bad.
Every patient has grief. Some get depressed. We like patients to reintegrate back into the community. And of course, our PossAbilities program is a very important part of that. It creates the opportunities for patients to participate in things which help them reintegrate into their families, the communities, activities which they would not initially have thought possible.
1 month before my 16th birthday, we went out, my brothers went out to a party, and on the way home, I kind of noticed a suspicious car behind us. I looked back, and as I looked back, there was 3 individuals with guns pointed at our car. And right away, I just dug. You heard the gunshots, and that's when I got shot in my spine, in the back. That's how I became a paraplegic that day. My goal was always to go to college and be an engineer. And after I got hurt, I stuck to that goal. And then I got an electrical engineering degree at Cal Poly Pomona. Good morning, girls.
Good morning.
After I graduated, I had trouble finding a job, and then it was during that time that I became involved with PossAbilities Rolling Bears. A friend from my team suggested that I apply here, and then that's when I started working here, and I just started building my way up here.
I just got off work and got on the back of a friend's motorcycle and driving around downtown Riverside and just noticing a black SUV coming towards us, losing control at a high rate of speed, and so the back end swung and hit me. And it basically came down to, do I walk and be independent, or do I keep my leg and be able to wiggle my toes and need some assistance when walking? And it was easy. Just kind of started my life after the leg was gone.
When I was in the hospital, Team PossAbilities were like the first people to actually meet my parents and give them hope of there is another door to go through after an injury.
You know what, the turning point, it's actually kind of corny to say, but it was PossAbilities. I needed to feel significant again. I needed to feel like I could get out and do things and be myself. I went to Cody at about 4 or 5 months after my accident and told her I wanted to do something, anything. So she got me on a bike. So ever since then, the bike is my main focus. I am training for the Paralympics in hopefully 2016. When I'm on the bike, I pretty much feel like myself again. I'm training for something. I'm in competition pretty much with myself when I'm on the bike, even when I'm not racing. I hated doing cardio anyways, so now I don't even have to run. And I used to like to work on my glory muscles anyways, that they said. Biceps, all the top stuff. So, better now. I got an excuse to work on all the glory muscles.
Antonio would have been a senior in high school when he got hurt. So we got it set up to where he would have a home school teacher. I was very proud to see him even want to attempt to get his diploma.
One of my goals in life is to own my own business, working with cars, and pretty much with cars, something new that someone has never done before. So that would be pretty awesome. When I learned how to drive, that was the best thing and the turning point of my life after my injury, because I was able to do things on my own without actually anybody there. PossAbilities helped me get my first van. It was a 1996 Dodge Caravan. It was a donation from another girl in a wheelchair. So it was through PossAbilities and then from the heart of another person to help out another disabled person get back into the community and actually live their own life and not living it through other people. I haven't had an accident yet. Hopefully I won't have one. Hopefully. I knock on my plastic wood grain. That's what I call it, because it looks like wood grain, but it's plastic.
PossAbilities gives individuals with disabilities like me hope for a future to be a productive member of society, to work and to be successful, have a family and be active. Once I started playing basketball,
1, 2, 3,
it wasn't just a basketball team, it was more like a support group because I had other individuals with the same disabilities. So that was a big plus.
I did feel like I wasn't going to be able to go back to work, that I was like my adult responsibility part of life was over. But now I'm able to not only go to school, but I work at night also. I teach medical assisting. 3 days a week, I'm here in class. I always wanted to be a nurse, but from being hurt and needing so much one-on-one care, I think I can bring a different side of nursing to my patients to know that I've been there.
My life was worth living before, but did it have much meaning? No. But now it does. It kind of just woke me up to like what life should really be about. It should be about family and like building futures.
Pretty much my daily routine in the afternoon, I go pick up my little niece Kamara from school, and then I take her over to my sister's house. You ready to go home? How old are you, Puka?
Huh?
How old are you?
4.
4 going on 44. Too grown for her age.
Huh?
Nothing. And then my nieces Vanessa and Kalia, they're there. I watch them. Strike 2. Ooh, yeah, nice. I like that. You're gonna catch it. Look, go like this when you catch it. Put your other hand right here. Okay, when the ball comes, you're gonna stop. All right? All right. Almost. Well, read it to me then, since this is your homework.
Respect one another, for example, look at the bottom.
What does it say? You are nice to me, thank you. Oh, isn't it nice? You know how to stand. Fix your stance. All right. Oh, go, run! You gotta run the bases now. I know who I am. I'm Antonio Stewart. I'm a good, caring, loving person, an uncle, a brother, a son. I'll fight to the death for anybody.
There's another reason why you're here. And one day, God's gonna reach over and touch your shoulder, and you're gonna figure it out, and you're gonna blow the world away.
It was March 7th, 2009. It was just me and my friend, and we decided to hop on the train and let it ride us all the way home. I started passing one of the streets where we live, and it was still going pretty fast, so I started to get kind of scared because I was too scared to jump off. I started hanging from the side of the train, and I lost my grip and I fell. I didn't feel that I was going to die. I wanted to, just because of the fact that I lost my leg.
Pero sí iba yo con el pendiente de que, y pidiéndole a Dios que no fuera él. Llegamos al lugar del accidente y ya se lo habían llevado, ya no estaba él ahí. Pero estaba su ropa de él. Cuando vi su ropa de él, dije, sí es mi hijo. Me imaginé, ¿y si ya no está vivo?
Not much after the cops came, the ambulance came, I heard them that they were going to take me to Loma.
Tenemos que hacerle otra cirugía más, una de tantas más, porque van a ser varias. Y yo decía, ¿pero qué no se la pueden volver a poner? Yo todavía ahí decía, no se la pueden volver a poner. sabiendo que la pierna estaba... Si yo misma había visto que había trozos de su pierna ahí.
When I get really depressed, I just start thinking about my future. When, like, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna get a job? How am I gonna go through school? And how am I gonna get am I ever gonna get married? Or just things like that. And I start crying.
When people go through a major illness or injury, they lose hope oftentimes. So our goal is to help them have hope and then to heal them, you know, which may not always just be physical healing. They have to be healed as a person as well, and their family unit has to be healed. And then they can move into transforming themselves, and they do.
My goal was to learn how to skate when I go back to school, so I was happy and I started skating with my friends again. After my accident, I'm more determined to school. I want to get a good career. In high school, it's harder, but I still have A's and B's. My last progress report I got was my GPA was 4.29. When I grow up, I want to for sure enter the medical field, but I don't know what kind of doctor exactly. Right now, I'm thinking of orthopedic surgeon.
When you look at these people that have gone through these illnesses or injuries, and they've survived and thrived, and they're our heroes.
I haven't been back to that site ever since the accident. I'm just nervous. The whole atmosphere of that place. I want to overcome this accident. It's just something I have to do. It just has to be done. Once I walk over those tracks, I'm gonna feel great about myself. I'm gonna be, wow, I did it.
Thank you for joining us.